Alrighty, so I am really late to this, but I've just been super busy, and the Battlefield beta was this weekend, so I was having some fun with that, playing with friends and everything. But we have this new Berserk Meli, which is cool because I like Berserk Meli, but I don't know, a little. For the 14th Meliodas, I'm not as hyped to get a Meli all of a sudden. But he's really cool. He does a lot of cool stuff. I'm actually really happy with his performance. I was really not too happy with how Demon King was performing when I first got him. If you saw that video, I was just kind of like, okay, something is weird, something is missing. But yeah, it's... honestly, he's a really, really good support character. He's got some really cool animations and everything, and they buffed the melee, so I think he just gets extra stats and everything like that, which is kind of nice as well. He, could have used that because Assault Mode came out 3 years ago, I think, at this point. So it's been quite a while. But I've just been running a pretty basic team with just the regular old setup with Berserk Estarossa, the Halloween one. And I've just gotten rid of the Meli Liz on the team because, obviously, why wouldn't you? Why doesn't he have his taunt on turn 1? Did we eat that already? I'm not as well versed as I used to be. I used to know every single little thing that was going on, and I still play the game every day. But I am not. I'm not playing it to the point where I'm memorizing passives and everything like that anymore. So. Completely fine, but it is what it is. I typically don't go for anything too crazy with Demon King turn 1 just because he tends to be better whenever you use his AoE, and I don't like using it turn 1 mainly because I like to be able to reapply my shield and everything. I like a lot of the damage reduction and just survivability that you get with this new melee. Pretty nice, in my opinion. Okay, he's not doing a whole lot of damage. Not a single crit. That is kind of his whole thing. Now that she's taken damage, we can actually get a little bit going here. I think I'm just going to go straight in with the level 2 AoE here, and then I see Meli do some really big damage from time to time. Hopefully this will kill Mazzino. Oh, yeah, alright, well, that's kind of what we're dealing with at this point. I honestly think that his AoE is just the best card out of the two. I don't know. This card, it lets me down a lot. At the single target, sometimes I'll see it do like 50k or like 60k, and I'm like, okay, like that's not good. But I do like the fact that we get to put on these damage taken increases, which is really nice as well. Those stack up pretty nicely, I would say. I'm fairly confident Meli can kill here. Okay, and then a level 2 comes out. Let's see. This is the Flood card. The Flood card I really like. Yeah, 172 on that's not bad, especially in ungeared. I see that one hit pretty hard from time to time, especially if they get a ton of those damage taken increases put on them. Okay, what do we got? Okay, another Jinwoo team. I do think that I see Jinwoo the most, I think. I do see a lot of teams utilizing the whatchamacallit. Actually, I guess let's hit her with the single target, so that way we can just get a little bit more damage out. I don't know if I would even be able to kill her turn 1, but we can try to just get some decent damage going. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to kill her turn 1. I'm a little scared of the Brunhild, but honestly, with the stats and damage reduction and everything that we get, I'm feeling fairly confident that they're not just going to AoE me into oblivion here. I see a lot of the Light Escanor, which is really, really cool. I know I think I said it in the last video or maybe the video before that, but the fact that Light Escanor got a really good, useful Holy Relic is incredibly cool. That's what I wanted from Holy Relics all along, and I feel like it's very few and far between that we actually get one that brings a character completely back into the meta. So, yeah, good to see that one finally made its way back in. Didn't break the shield there. Does break the shield here, but nothing too crazy. Take a little bit of reflect damage as well, which is kind of nice. Meli just tanks, man. I really like it. I do like this Meli quite a bit. Ooh, Brunhild took quite a bit of damage here, actually. Honestly, I'm going to throw this out just out of curiosity, but I'm going to throw the AoE, and that should kill these two, so... Ooh, yeah, nice. 312 on the Nightmare card, which is pretty good. This, no doubt, kills both of these characters. On just 2 characters, 537, which is pretty impressive. Do really like... I don't know, I'm not going to say I really like this Demon King, but I like the fact that with the new Meli, he's a lot better. Okay, another Demon Team. I do still see people running Meli Liz, which, I mean, it's not that Meli Liz is terrible with Demon King. I'm not saying that, but they definitely just don't do what I want them to do. Because, like, you have to kill Meli Liz to even be able to proc their passive, especially if they're running the talent for Demon King. So it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me to try to run him, or them. But I'm just using this one because we got an extra pull. That's some really good damage, actually, turn 1 as well, which is quite nice. Let's see. Yeah, and he is running his talent because he's on the far right here. So I don't have to worry about any annoying shield. Typically, you wouldn't be able to attack Demiurge too much, which I can't even remember. Do you have to have... Is it most attack? Or what was the stipulation to not be able to attack into Demiurge? But it doesn't matter if you have AoEs, so... Oh yeah, we're going to be able to kill, I think, no problem here. So we got the extra AoE. I'm going to try to see if we can kill with this. No problem at all there. We don't have any damage taken increases anymore, so let's see how much this does. This is the Flood card. Oh, okay. Easy. Easy peasy. 317 on that is not bad whatsoever. Didn't even get to use the Demon King card there, but honestly, that's fine. I don't really care that much. I don't think that Estarossa would kill with his single target. I'm gonna try to go for the level 3 here. He did. Okay. Sometimes this Estarossa actually hits really hard too, which is also a plus. I do really like this Estarossa as well. I did see that there was apparently some dev leaks or whatever. There was like a Q&A that one of the leakers did with one of the Korean devs, I think it was. And I remember the one question that I remember them asking was like, when are we getting more like LR commandments? And I think that they were planning on doing the LR commandments, of course, but I remember them saying specifically that because we got Halloween Estarossa will more than likely be the last one to get an LR, just because he's gotten a unit recently, which does make some sense. So in a situation like this, where this is... Okay, never mind. I was going to say where I'm fighting Light Escanar, but I'm not. I wonder if we can just try to take out Mazzino here. I'm going to use this card. I'm not going to be happy with it, I'm sure. Okay, that actually did decent damage. I would hope this doesn't... Yeah, I was about to say, I hope this doesn't proc Mazzino's passive, because I do proc it quite often, unfortunately. Okay, nice. This is doing really good, actually. 410 on that is not bad at all. Sorry, Fern's in my lap, so I'm trying to get situated here. My foot's falling asleep. I always have to tuck my leg up under the other one so that way she can sit in my lap without falling through. And my leg will fall asleep pretty often, so I have to readjust, and then she gets all squirmy. Okay, no HP burnt there. This will do some reflect damage, right? Pop. Not a whole lot, but decent amount. Didn't break the shield, so I don't think he takes reflect. Right? Yeah. I know how some things work. Damage cap is gone on him, so we should be able to kill no problem here. I don't think we'll have any huge issues. Passive is not on. That's the Flood card, though. Let's use this, and then I'm just going to throw these out. I'm kind of trying to float more towards using Meli cards than anything, just because he's the newest character, and I'm kind of interested in trying to showcase him at least a little bit. Let's see how much we can do here. I think that was damage cap. Well, yeah, I think that was damage cap, so maybe the AoE just didn't quite do enough, but that's fine. No big deal. Okay, this is a light Escanor. I know he's the only one that has the bunny costume, so like I was going to say earlier, in a situation where I'm actually going up against Escanor, I try not to spam AoEs too much. This one's typically not too bad. I think I'm going to go ahead and do these in reverse, so that way I can do damage to Che-Ha, or whatever her name is. I feel like I say it wrong every time. I wonder if I could... I'm going to use the level 2. We're going to try to see if we can just get rid of her turn 1. I'm kind of doubting it. I feel like turn 1 is pretty hard to kill right now. Let's see. How much? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're chilling. Okay. I don't know why I doubt it. I'm not sure. I don't know I don't know. Obviously, I don't know, like I said, all the intricacies quite as much as I used to, but I feel like maybe I'm missing something whenever I end up doing like 30k or something with his single target. Sometimes I'm like, all right, I have no idea why that did 0 damage at all. Like, I understand that you have to have his gray debuff on them to be able to actually do anything with it, but sometimes they'll have the gray buff on, and I'm like, okay, well, that did nothing. So, I would still think this kills. So I'm gonna just go ahead and spam some cards here, because at this point we have to worry. Ooh, that did not kill Jinwoo. That did not kill Brunhild. Yikes. Okay, well, I'm at least gonna take some stacks off of Escanor, which is pretty much what you gotta do. Because if you leave him with 4 stacks, you take a lot of just free damage, and it can set up really badly, because then he gets to use an AoE and blah blah blah, and it just goes really poorly. So you have to be very careful going up against the Escanor. So, okay, luckily that didn't do a whole lot of damage. It does do a little bit to the extra team. Wow, I'm really surprised that didn't kill. That Escanor AoE can hit so hard sometimes, and it baffles me. Like, I've lost games just off of not taking care of Escanor like I should have, and it infuriates me sometimes. So at this point, this should be pretty good to go, because at this point we had a good amount of damage taken buffs on Jinwoo. Yeah, nice. Okay. Okay, which Brunhild, I do really like her Holy Relic, actually. The fact that she can only have 1 debuff on at a time is actually kind of nice, and I think there for a while it was really cool, because you could do a little bit of manipulating with like Tarmiel Link and stuff like that, where you could double attack into somebody who was using Tarmiel Link. You could disable yourself, and if they were running a character such as another Brunhild who was just going to put a new debuff on you, it would immediately get rid of the disable, and you were back in and chilling, which I think is really cool sometimes. Okay, so we're swapped over to geared at this point. So we'll see how much we can do here. I'm going to do the same setup that I was doing, but we got an extra AoE, so I'm going to pop that. I may actually... I need to check gear. I might be running HP defense on Demon King, but I don't remember. I think that's attack crit. Could be wrong. Okay, he does have light Escanor in the back, which is kind of scary. I could just focus single targets here, try to let him pop his own passive with like using his attacks, because they take 50% HP off. Spamming the AoEs, which is fair. Not sure why you... Ooh, she did. The reflect actually is quite nice. Surprised he didn't infect first. I'm actually really surprised by that. I'm gonna do... If I'm gonna attack, I would really like to get rid of as many stacks as possible. So I'm gonna try to play it like this. Hopefully this will just kill Escanor. It did not. Okay, so this is... I think we're gonna be okay, because this does kill Jinwoo, which is good. He does have 4 stacks, but we bring him down to 3 here, which means I am gonna take a decent amount of damage, but I have the shield up. It takes off the shield a little bit off of each HP, so not too bad there. I think this is a bot, because why wouldn't you use an AoE there? Because I have 3 characters, which means I can just take all of your stacks off at this point. GG. Okay. I actually haven't fought Beru. I'm almost forgot his name. I don't use Beru pretty much at all. Like, I feel like the human setup is the better way to go a lot of the times. Well, I need to use a single target. And it's better to just go ahead and get stats going for my team with the Estarossa. So I was gonna say we could triple AoE here, but it won't do any damage to Cheha because of her passive. So I think it would be better for me to just do the typical turn 1. The fact that if she's full health, she can't take damage from AoEs is actually so good. Like, it's really, really cool that that's like a part that you kind of have to work around. Sometimes there's like these really annoying gimmicks that characters have where I'm like, ugh, like they already have so much, like why do I have to deal with this kind of thing? But I actually think hers is kind of cool because she takes a little while to ramp up. She's not going to do a ton of damage or anything like that, like straight off the bat. So the fact that you have to play your cards like a little bit smarter for her is just more interesting to me personally. So I personally kind of like that. Not using, unless you were just doing the single target first because you wanted to merge that into the level 2, I feel like it's always better to infect first, but what do I know? Could have just been a merge thing. He has damage cap on at the moment. I think we're kind of chilling. I don't think we're going to have too many issues here. Plus, I like the fact that we have Estarossa Commandment in play, which is quite nice because we can get rid of some people's, whatchamacallit, he has a res. We can get rid of some of the characters' like taunts and blue buffs and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. It's always just like a nice little thing to work around because Meli does get buffs, of course, like he gets these HP increases and stuff, but he doesn't have, like, this one doesn't have an amplify card or anything, so I'm not even really worried that much about keeping my buffs. So even though Estarossa does kind of shoot him in the foot a little bit, I'm not all that worried about it. The demon team doesn't typically work around buffs all that much, so not a huge deal for me, I don't think. Let's see. Dude, Meli's tanking like crazy. Those are 10% HP related stats, that's so much. It's so much, actually. Beru will res again here, won't he? Oh my god. Okay, well, they're tanking way better than I thought they would. I was really hoping that would kill Jinwoo. Okay, he didn't have res there. Does he only res one? I thought it was once per turn. Did I miss something there? This ult's probably gonna dunk on me, I feel like. This might be real bad. He's using the free-to-play costume, though. Oof. Okay, that was rough. But we did live with Meli, which is pretty good. Like, that says a lot, actually, because this ult is crazy. What level was this ultimate, out of curiosity? Because this thing is wild. Okay, that was a 4-6, so that's actually pretty impressive. Could have maybe just buff removaled here, but I don't think this Meli's ultimate, especially because I only have it 2-6, I don't think it's going to do that much. That was actually pretty decent, especially considering he had damage cap on, and we were able to kill through it, which is cool. I saw Beats made a video, by the way. That animation for that card, he like turns his like arms into like demon arms, which is really cool. And I think Beats was playing off the fact that we still don't have the like, I want to call the original like Visel Fight Festival Season 1 Meli. I like to call that one Berserk Meli because everybody calls this one Assault Mode. But I don't even know if that one has a necessary, like, if it has a title. Like, I don't know if that, it's just like, I would classify that as Berserk. But we don't have that Meli in the game, which is crazy considering that, whatchamacallit, we can triple AoE here if we really want to, which I really want to. But yeah, we don't have that Season 1 Visel Fight Festival, like, Dead Eyes crazy Meli in the game, which is insane to me. I really hope they go back and give us that one at some point. That would be incredibly nice, because I like that one quite a bit. But they have that one in 70S Idol, which is insane to me. Like, why? why do you give them the cool one? They also have Narrowbasta, and they have Grey Road, and they have like characters that we don't have in this game, which is insanity, considering that we're getting close to this game being out for 6 years. You'd think that at some point we'd get those, especially considering that they're long past in the story at this point, which unfortunately tends to be the direction that they go a lot of the times, where they're like, we're kind of just trying to release characters as they come to the story, blah blah. But it's it'd be nice to get some of these missing units. You know what I mean? But who am I? I don't know anything. We don't have taunt anymore on their melee. I did not pull an AoE, unfortunately, either, so I'm not going to be able to... Not going to be able to put my shield back on. We do kill his Demon King here. Wait. Does he have taunt? Did I miss something on this one? Or did I... Only Berserk Meliodas could be targeted. So why was I able to... See, that part confused me a little bit. I genuinely don't understand why that happened. But I'm sure it's just some part of the passive, or like maybe it's part of Demon King where I'm just not realizing that I played that incorrectly. We have so many debuffs on, it's crazy. Okay, he does kill my melee here, which is not crazy. Where, like, if their cards were positioned a little bit differently, we could do 2 level 3s here, but unfortunately not. I wonder... I need to kill Demon King here, though. Let's do it like this, because we still get both ultimates, and we get 3 card uses out of it. I need to kill him, unfortunately, because if I kill Meli here, he'll pull his ultimate more than likely. Oh my god, come on. That's crazy. Alright, we have a ton of Blazing Infernos and a ton of damage taken increases, so that's not good. I did max out Estarosa's ultimate recently, which this ultimate is really good as well. I do like this ultimate quite a bit, but I don't have Tarmia Link on anymore. Like it was on Meli. Okay, he gets rid of the Demon King ultimate, which is okay. That probably kills him. Okay, it doesn't, so we get 2 skill uses, which is nice. There's no way we kill them at max ultimate, I don't think. So unfortunate. I mean, hey, it's fine. I'm happy to lose a game from time to time. Oh, do we kill? He's got the stat reduction. Let's go. That's so good. That's crazy. Okay. That was really close. That was really close. Which, I mean, it's not over yet, but pretty much over. I don't have a way to, like, push for ultimate or anything, but me being able to use 2 cards is, yeah, much better. Okay, that was really close. I'm pretty happy with that. This is the same guy, right? Is this the same guy? I wasn't paying attention to usernames. Let's see here. We're definitely not going to go for the triple AoE this time, because I think that screwed me a bit last time, which latency's really low, so I'm thinking this is a bot. What do we got? Okay, we don't break the shields, unfortunately, so not a huge deal, but that breaks the shield. We'll take a little bit of reflect damage, or not. Oh, it breaks it. It took it off the shield, so that's fine. He has 2 pitch black sword buffs, which is pretty big. That might end up making him do a good amount of damage. We did pull an extra AoE, which is nice. I like to use I like to merge them into a bigger card for like more damage and everything, but it may be better because these teams are so tanky for me to just try to play it longevity-wise. And we could try to do it like this. I do have 2 pitch black swords as well, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill Meli here, but I'm certainly gonna try. Okay, that did way more than I thought it was gonna do. Let me see this. Let me see this this level 2 AoE, or single target. Okay, alright. Nice, 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 nice. That worked out really well. Okay, oh my god, okay. I don't think it's actually, I mean, I'll use it just because I got it, but level 3 AoE, which we have 4 pitch black sword, or yeah, 4 pitch black sword buffs on there. Why is this one stacked up 3? Does that mean you only stack them to 3? No, right? Because we had one earlier that was stacked to 5, I think. It's weird. I mean, they're not any different. Oh my lord, 3.2. Which, I mean, I know those pitch black sword buffs go really hard. That's crazy looking. Okay, we have another light Escanor, which is can be a little troublesome. So we'll see how that goes. His unity, or it's not a unity, his talent is what's taking off buffs, which is where I was wrong earlier about Mizuno losing his taunt. While Rampage is active, so I think do we have Rampage active? I can't remember exactly how the passive works on that one yet. I've been using him like pretty much all week, but I haven't actually been paying attention to like buffs or anything like that. Because more than anything, I'm not using Meli for like damage. I'm mainly just using him as like the tank for the team and like buffer, which is quite nice. So let's see. We do pull an extra level 2 single target, which is quite nice. Didn't break the shield on that, which is kind of crazy. He'll take some... Okay, he automatically put himself into Final Flame here, and he's using the single target, which is really good because that's going to take a stack off. I'll go ahead and... I think we might be able to just go ahead and clear field here, because we can hopefully use 2 AoEs to remove those. And then I'm not going to worry as much about Jin Woo at this point, just because... Honestly, this team is so tanky, I actually feel like Jin Woo's not doing that much. Like, we're going to leave him alive here to prioritize killing off the Escanor, but, I mean, I don't know. I think both of them are like a pretty big threat, obviously, but we'll see. Okay, if he uses a card with Deanne, which I don't think he did, he would have removed his damage reduction, or damage cap. Oh, he did. Okay. So he did remove his damage cap here. He'll take a little bit of reflect damage. He did petrify Estarossa, but it's not a huge deal. I only have 1 pitch black sword buff on, which is not great. But we're just going to go ahead and do this. Maybe this will kill. Okay, yeah. The damage taken increases are kind of nice as well. They're only 5%, but after you stack a couple of, you know, obviously they're going to do quite a bit more. Nothing too crazy there, but she is really tanky. That kills. Nice. Okay. That looked pretty good. I do like that outfit quite a bit, too. I did buy that one. I'm not normally into the whole, like, casual outfits, sports, whatever, chef, whatever, Hawk Pass outfits that they do, but for whatever reason, the baseball one actually is pretty cool to me. Okay. Another demon team. Was he 444? I think he's 1,000 CC below me, which is kind of crazy. Because, I mean, my CC is really high. Not that, like, obviously I know that there's players who can out-CC me, but it's a little bit more rare these days just because of how much my account has grown over the past, like, year or so. I think it obviously would be better to use the Flood card first. Could be wrong about that. His shield is very strong. I don't like the look of that. Wonder who his backliner is. I'm running... whatchamacallit? Chandler with Holy Relic. But I don't actually know if that's like the best option. I just kind of like it because it's new. Okay, he has 2 pitch black stacks on. What are we looking like? AoE to break on Meli. AoE to reapply his shield. Oh my god! That was so much! Whew. I think we lost on that one. It is pretty insane. Going second with Demon King can be very, very good. We do have Rampage active. I don't know if we'll be able to kill... Well, actually, I think we still have to fight into his melee. I think. Right? Yeah. I used the level 2 second. Will this kill? Oh, it didn't. Oh, not good. And I didn't get any ultimates or anything. So, yeah, the corrosion too. I think we're cooked. I think we're cooked here. I'm going to let him have it, of course. Like, I mean, I'm not going to forfeit. All of my characters are on the field. This probably just wipes. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so insane. That AoE is wild. It's so good. Well, GG's. Okay, quick loaded on this one. Okay. Not super crazy CC or anything. Let's see. I'm going to target Jinwoo here. I'm just doing that for the merge, but could be okay. Because we start with Rampage, do we not? Okay. Oh, he actually has his Tarmiel link on. No, we don't start with Rampage. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't think you start with Rampage, but I could have been wrong there. Let's see. Okay. Little bit of damage. HP-related stats go up. Does he pop passive there? He does, okay. And he's using a card, which is good, because that means hopefully I can just... Well, I don't have as many AoEs, though. So that's a bit unfortunate. I can bring him down to 2 stacks, though. Well, I don't have any pitch black sword stacks, though. I do have Rampage at this point, though. Let's do this. Hopefully this will just kill both of those characters. Didn't quite kill Brunhild. If we do end up attacking her, it's fine. Just because she gets wiped off the board. But I was thinking maybe if we just attack twice into Escanor, it'd be fine too. But him having 1 stack, not a huge deal. It's crazy to me that people run this Diane in the backline so much. Because she's only there for, whatchamacallit, for CC. That's probably why the demon team that I was just going up against was so good, is because like these people have been running a backliner that's not doing anything for them, and then I've just been getting people who don't actually have a decent team set up going. No real reason not to just throw all my Demon King cards. Okay, decent little chunk there. I don't know if that was 50%. Okay, looks good though. Okay, 1 more win, and we're in Challenger, and then I'm chilling for the week. There's not any sort of stuff going on, I don't think, for... I don't think we're getting a banner or anything this week. It should be an off week, which is fine. But, I don't know, I'm kind of excited for collabs. There's been a lot of rumors and leaks and stuff like that about upcoming collabs, and I think people are saying that there's going to be a Freerun collab, which is crazy. Like, that's the one that I want probably the most. I like Freerun a lot. So I'm really looking forward to that one if we end up getting it. I think that would be a ton of fun. Let's see. Which I assume it'll just be a 3-person collab, because they've been just doing 3-person collabs quite a bit more as of recently. So that's kind of what I would expect, at least. And I mean, it would make sense because you would get Freerun, probably Stark, and then Fern. Unless they did Himmel as well. I don't know. They could do like some of the older characters. Like they could do the original party, because it was 4 characters, I think. The dwarf, and I can't remember the other guy. I think he was like a doctor or like an elf or something like that. Or no, he definitely wasn't an elf, because Freerun's the only elf. But I think he was like the doctor or like the healer, the medic guy. But I don't know. I mean, it focuses more on Himmel when it talks about the old party stuff more than anything. But I thought Freerun was really cool, so I would like to see that as a collab. But we shall see what we end up getting. Oh my God, that's so much damage. Okay, luckily our Demon King lives this time, so I think we'll be okay. We did not get any stacks, which is quite unfortunate. That's probably the biggest thing I've got to look into. I actually don't know how to get those stacks, and that is quite a big part of how you play this character, or like how he ends up doing stuff. So it would be nice to know that. Let's do this for the merge instead, and then let's throw the single target out. Oh my god, it's so much worse when you don't have the stacks. Oh, and we killed ourselves. Okay, I wasn't expecting that actually, but that evens the playing field a little bit. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Oof. We don't have nearly as many damage taken stacks as his melee does. He's attacking with his too, so he's going to lose some. Oh, that's a pretty hefty chunk. We have Tarmia Link though. Okay. We're living those. He's now disabled, so this might not do too much. Whew, that was pretty tight. It's gonna be the level 3 Flood card, which I'm not thrilled about, but a level 3 should hopefully deal some pretty good damage, and I need to kill him more than anything because he has his ultimate. I don't know if we kill here. Unfortunately not. We do have a ton of HP related stat buffs though, and I don't know what level his ultimate is. I could have checked that, but I'm gonna assume it's lower. I could be wrong. I probably shouldn't just assume that. I got really bad luck on my banner. I did one rotation and only got one extra copy, so that's why mine's 2/6, but I would assume that these two are definitely dead. Oh, he's disabled though, right? Okay, so Estarossa lives, which means we get... okay, we can still use an extra card. We have Rampage still as well. I really want to get my ultimate for Estarossa, but it's not going to be worth it though, because for one, he's disabled, and two, he's really low HP, so he could just end up exploding next turn. I really, really, really wish... Oh, I knew I should have attacked into Estarossa. That was so bad. Oh, it's so bad. That would have been really nice if I hadn't disabled myself there. Or I could have just put more pressure on by getting his ultimate. That's not going to kill. Yeah, I didn't think so. Depending on his cards here, he could end up merging back into an ultimate, which would be really bad. Oh, he does, of course. Yikes. I actually think in an instance like this, it would be better for me to get my ultimate with him. And then just throw this out and make sure his Estarossa stays alive, so that way I don't end up giving him his ultimate. I'll get my Estarossa's ultimate here, and then we'll be not disabled next turn. So now he has to focus my Estarossa. I mean, it's not great. We're not in a great spot here. I am back to full health though, but I have max damage taken stacks, so that's 25% extra damage taken, which is kind of scary. Okay, he didn't even attack into Estarossa. That's crazy you're still going for Meli. Okay, he went for... whatchamacallit. This kills off his Estarossa, I'm pretty sure. Oh, thank God. God, that was so close. We get to Challenger, though, which is good. So I'm done for the week. Nice, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, I think, if I'm not mistaken, let's go ahead and sign up for Elite. So that way I get my tokens or whatever. And then I think I have enough coins to be able to buy a box. I've just been gambling instead of, whatchamacallit, I've been gambling on the pull boxes instead of actually just saving up like a dummy. I probably should just do that, but I think it's more fun this way in the spirit of the gacha game. So let me open these real quick and see if I get lucky. I didn't. It'd be nice to pull any of those top 100 characters, but oh well. Anyways, I think the new Meli is really cool. I actually do like him quite a bit, even if I'm not like terribly excited about another Meli. That I don't know. He's fine. I'm not like over the moon about him, but I'm also not hating on him or anything like that. But at the same time, he's very helpful. So that's pretty much all I can ask for. I'm glad that he makes Demon King a little bit better because I was not loving Demon King by himself. But yeah, either way, thanks for watching. I will see you guys later.